up, you guys? After Show Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate SG-1. This is Season 5, Episode 8. So I was going to do 3 episodes this week, because I didn't do 2 episodes, so I was going to do 3 last week and 3 this week, because I missed a week. But I have decided, I think the plan is that I'm going to have 2 this week, 2 next week, and then we're going to start the next week with the 100th episode. Because otherwise, the 100th episode would have been the 2nd episode during a recording session. And maybe I have plans. I don't know. Anyways, you don't need to know about that. Anyways, let's go over the comments. I'm not sure why Katie Stewart wasn't brought back as Cassandra, but the actress who played her in the episode, Colleen Renison, had previously played the little girl Allie that helped Tilk in Season 2 episode Bane with the big bugs. Yeah, that's right. You guys all remember that moment. You remember the moment that I made a complete fucking idiot of myself. This is where you do a flashback sequence to the gangster Shannon.
I'm so cool, man.
To answer your question, back in Season 1, the SGC had set up a research station on Cassandra's planet to observe the black hole. Oh, okay. In that original episode, we were never told how long that research station was up before Neytiri wiped them all out. This episode shows that the SGC had the station set up for at least a few months, and at some point, the SGC recovered the video footage and whatever data the team on the planet acquired, probably when they met Cassandra and brought her to Earth. She got a minor role in X2 as Kitty Pryde before she was again recast in the next movie with Elliot Page taking over. Yes, I forgot she was in that movie. For a moment, when the dude kissed Cassie and she fainted, he must have thought, damn, I'm a good kisser. Tony, I loved it. That is the strangest opening I've seen yet. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. I like the little openings, like the interesting. He's put a lot of effort into them. Let's give him a little bit of a clap. Not too much, because he will get a big ego and we don't need that. Cool fact about the actress playing Cassie in the episode. Yes, they recast Cassandra for the episode, but it's not the first time this actress plays in an episode of Stargate. Back in Season 2, Episode 10, the episode called Bane, where SG-1 went on an abandoned world and got chased by huge bugs. Yeah, and Tilk got stung and started to turn into a bug himself. If you remember the episode, yeah, I remember the episode. I will never forget. Never forget. Eventually, at the end of the episode, there were water guns. Remember the young girl wearing the baseball cap and eating chocolate bars? Yes. That is the same actress. No, I didn't put it together myself. It's just what I looked up, the info on the episode to see if I could confirm or not if the actress had been recast and how sure she played in a previous episode. Well, there you go. Okay, not sure if this is the second or third time so far we've still seen Tilk do this, but I mentioned it before in a previous episode where Tilk swipes his security card, but you can clearly see he has the security card backwards. Well, he does it again in this episode. While they're sweeping the base to find Neytiri, I don't know how to spell it. At one point, Tilk clears an area and swipes the security card to lock the gate behind him. But if you watch carefully, you can see the black stripe is out. I'm fairly sure he does it in a few more times over the years, but I'm not sure if it's always on just an accident or if it's supposed to be some kind of subtle joke. I don't know. Perhaps someone asked him about it. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to take a little bit more. I'll pay a little bit more attention to it, I guess. Going forward, if I remember, that is, because I have a terrible memory. Whoa, that was a whole lot of chuckers in that episode. I guess you could say it was chock-a-block to chuckers. I'll allow it. Good episode, interesting themes. The humans, by making them slaves of the previous masters, have become just as corrupt as the Goa'uld they overthrew. This put SG-1 in the position of helping the Unas, the descendants of the Goa'uld, yeah, that was English, defeat the humans, their own race. Now, will the Unas learn from this and not re-enslave the humans once they are free? I believe in Chaka. Interesting enough, there's an episode of Star Trek Enterprise that follows a similar plot. Different aliens, of course, but identical concept otherwise. Gosh, that would be so weird. Could you imagine, like, to be honest with you, like, I never saw myself ever being into Stargate. Really. Like, I never thought it would be a show that I would be watching. Genuinely thought I wouldn't enjoy it at all. And here I am, you know, 5 seasons in. I'm rocking it. I'm enjoying it, you know. Could you imagine me watching Star Trek? That would be so weird. But I mean, never say never at this point. I mean, I have a goal at this point that if we reach a certain threshold, I'll be reacting to the first season of The Walking Dead, and I'm terrified of zombies. So that's going to be interesting if we ever reach that. So yeah, I guess it is a fact of never say never. I'm going to just start reposting notes if you missed them. Am I the only one who noticed Sam's bed was weirdly placed diagonally occupying the room? What kind of sociopath does that? It was diagonal? There's like, there would be weird space. But what? Really? That's weird. Are you seriously turning my joke around on me? Are you telling me you haven't changed the oil in your car 3 times? Bitch, I haven't changed it once. I've refilled it a couple of times, and perhaps they changed it during a checkup, but that's it. What are you dissecting my joke for? Are you working for the auto shop? Maybe I am. You don't know what I do in my spare time. Actually, you really do know what I do in my spare time, but that's besides the point. You trying to scam me out of some money, huh? Because I have a guy who gets me good deals on auto checkups, so you're shit out of luck, mate. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, not a fan of calling the Stargate Annulus? You say it sounds like analyst. I wasn't thinking of that word. Now that you spelled it out, I was thinking more of another round object where objects pass through. You're not wrong now. You're not wrong. I'm sorry, maybe I'm a bit of a dumb. How is fixing the sun considered artificially advancing a civilization? If these people's sun goes red and the next day back to yellow or whatever, like, and they lack the knowledge of how it even happened, how did they advance? Sounds to me like the Asgard had a momentary case of the Sebes. Yeah, like, they would just be like, oh, we've been saved! But, like, bitch, I have no idea. Agreed. The problem the people of the Goa'uld have with their sun is at least 68.9% the cause of that annoying dude's stupid hat. Yeah. If only they had, like, I don't know, 0.1% more of that hat. The engineer helping Sergeant Seiler with the rocket, aka the dude holding the huge wrench, his name is Martin Wood. He's another one of them blink and you'll miss them producers and writers who appears from time to time. Alright. A shoe that goes from the length of your head to your knees. The fuck are they feeding people in Melbourne that anyone would need shoes that big? SM33? For those of you who don't understand, SM33 is just like an anti-infection cream stuff. I don't know, but there's like this running joke in my family. My Oma, who was my grandma, she like basically. Or was it my, it could have been my Opa. I'm not sure. One of them basically was just like, oh, you know, you got a cold? Put some SM33 on it. Oh, you lost an arm? Just put some SM-33 on it. That's like, the joke is just that it's a cure-all. It's not. But yeah, I felt the need to explain that. Also, now I have like a sudden, like, I really want to go back to that market and buy that shoe now, just so I can show it to you. Nope, no fucking way. Oh my god, wait, I could totally do that. I could get the shoe, I could show it to you guys, and then I can turn it into like a little bed for the cats. I'm good. Nope, no fucking clue why they played a bit of an epic theme as this random scientist dude shows up with his element to save the Katao sun. We've never seen this dude before. I don't know. Bull fucking shit, dude. I will gladly die myself to serve the will of the gods. Yet here you fucking are. You and your fucking stupid ass hat should be ashamed of yourselves. Luckily, the Asgard changed their minds on saving the planet, or thanks to you and your followers, who most likely all have stupid hats. Yeah, fuck your hat, dude. Fuck your hat. I got some real issues with this hat, apparently. There's only one thing that can cure this. This is a cool hat. Sorry, dude, but like, your stupid ass hat doesn't live up to this. Let's continue reading. For any of you curious why this hat is just so cool, you should go and watch Firefly. I'm just saying. Am I wearing this? I could be wearing this backwards. I think I'm wearing it the correct way. Why were the people in that church not immediately on board with Daniel when he told them they could come to another world with him? Yeah. Earlier in the episode, they thought SG-1 were elves sent by Fear, aka their god. Choosing to stay makes no sense when your god's servants ask you to come with them. Religious people. Yeah, I don't know, man. They just always just want to be like, oh, I'm good with dying. Like, who cares? Who cares, man? Who cares about the kids that are, like, growing up? Your god wants you to die. Let's not even bother. Yep, Katie, my old friend, the actress who played Cassandra in previous episode, was cast as Kitty Pryde for X2 around the time of shooting this episode, hence why the character got recast. Not a whole lot of good that big role did, as the next movie she got, as in the next movie, the role again got recast and went to Elliot Page. Good for Katie, I suppose, since at the time she told me she never really wanted that amount of fame anyways. She later went on to mostly do stunt work but by that time we didn't really speak anymore due to reasons. Thanks, Fruits. Like I told you later in voice, I went with the Stranger Things intro for this one since Cassandra was displaying powers much like 11, which I didn't even put those two and two together, but that's kind of cool. Like, I thought it was fitting to do the theme for the episode. I'm glad you liked it. Yes, it was very good. Even though I usually skip intros, but you know, whatever. I didn't skip that one. I suppose bringing Cassandra to the SUC would be the best choice. I doubt that any doctor on Earth would, with the amount of experience that Frasier has. Sure, she appears to fumble sometimes or whatever, all the time. But she's got more experience with off-world diseases than anyone else in her field. All kidding aside, she's probably the best doctor on Stargate SG-1. I mean, to be fair, she's like the only doctor we've been introduced to, so that's a fair assumption. Yeah, those pieces and chests don't look like knights at all. I'm with you, O'Neill. They're horses. Yeah, I never really understood why they call them knights. I don't know. Also, loving the whole bringing them up the magnets being behind Cassie being able to move the chess piece. If you can't explain the cause, it's probably magnets. Probably. Sounds like a random bug on your phone for it's happened to me once with Spotify. It randomly started playing some song that I was listening to a couple of hours before. Fairly certain I wasn't even out and about at that time because I remember it kind of being awkward for some reason. Not that it was a weird song, but the fact that my phone all of a sudden just started playing a song even though I'd shut off Spotify. Phones can be weird. Yeah. Phones are weird. Let's just all collectively agree. Alright, I'm gonna say it. New Cassie kinda has a resting bitch face. Sorry, not sorry. No, you're not wrong. Yeah, what the fuck was Naturi trying to stunt on everyone's asses doing that flippy flip while jumping through a window? Bitch, you were invisible during half of it. If you're trying to be cool, like, at least turn off your cloaking device. Yeah. No idea why they just let Naturiel dial her own coordinates. I would have had Carter whip up some program that made Naturi think she was going to a planet of her choosing, but instead would have just dialed to some really fucked up insta-death planet. It'd be one less Goa'uld to worry about. I mean, you could just, I'm sure there's a blended dimension. I watched Rick and Morty and I'm a fan. Leave me alone. But I can't help but feel like your note was kind of talking about that episode anyways, so whatever. Add web slinging effects to the edit. Cause of course I'm able to pull that off. I'm Tony. Apparently I'm a miracle worker. Actually, I wonder if he did. I never actually went to check. We're gonna check this shit out. Turns out I can't actually even find the edit. Alright, whatever. Let's just continue reading. You seeing the Unos in chains. How could you do this to him? He's so cute. I'm going to stab these people. Holy crap, you went from adorable to full-on psycho in 2 seconds. I love it! You know, I have recently been thinking about getting a tattoo with the word psycho written on it, just in case, you know, just in the future if someone meets me, they'll know. They'll know whether or not they should run. Did this archaeologist dude with the glasses just introduce the military guy next to him as Colonel Daniel Jackson? No. Alright, I'm gonna fix that. You know, for a society who claims to have risen up against the Goa'uld and taken their weapons, they look like they're kind of underdeveloped in technology. Their town looks like it belongs in a Western movie or something. Surely... Ow, that hurt. Surely the Goa'uld would have come back in force to enslave them again a long time ago. At least the Tau'ri have advanced far enough to kind of match to the Goa'uld. What the fuck are these people even gonna do? I don't know. Be stupid. You, T'Chaka. Don't worry, baby. We'll be coming back for you. You... Did I really say that? Don't worry, baby. We'll be coming back for you. You will be pooping again. I am deceased. You to bearded dude. Shut your beard up and I'll throw it in your face. First, that doesn't even make any goddamn sense, but what else? You tell him, girl. Look, I'm not very good at yelling at people, coming up with good reasons to yell at them. Yo, Chaka found himself some friends. Our boy is sure starting a band. Coming to a planet near you. Beats by Chaka 2.0. Jam to it while you're dropping Goa'uld system boards. Or listen to it while you... Let's just get to the episode, man. I can't do this. I'm taking this head off. This is fucking stupid. It's a joke that went on too long. Roar. Whoa, that's loud. I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. I'm sorry, but like, I did look kind of stupid in the head, didn't I?
Hey, you said this was the main entrance. It is. We just need to find a way to open this.
I do not recognize the symbols.
It's Babylonian cuneiform. It's incredible. What is? Well, unlike Phoenician Ugarit cuneiform, these characters are pictograms rather than representations of unique sound symbols.
Does it say how to open the pyramid?
Ziggurat.
Huh?
You said pyramid. It's a ziggurat.
Yeah,
Open the door.
Well, it might not be so easy.
How hard could it be?
Very. It's a dead language. I doubt anyone's even stood here for 3,000 years.
Wouldn't be so sure about that.
What you got there?
Empty pack of cigarettes.
What? The bananas are coming down the stairs, chasing teddy bears. I actually don't remember the way the lyrics went. It was something like that, wasn't it? This episode will be an episode of Stargate SG-1. But only really one, not like 700 ones. So that would be weird.
You must be Colonel Zukov.
It's a pleasure to meet you, General Hammond. Allow me to introduce Major Valarin, Lieutenants Marchenko, and Tolinyev.
Welcome to Stargate Command. This
I
is
did not
Colonel
get any
Jack
of those
O'Neill,
names.
Dr. Daniel Jackson, Major Samantha Carter, Dr. Daniel Jackson, and Teal'c.
The famous Colonel O'Neill. I believe we have a mutual friend.
We do? Dr. Daniel Jackson.
Spoke very highly of all of you.
Chevron 7-1.
SG-1, move out.
Держите строй. Если раздётесь, связь держать на третьем.
What's that all about?
Was just wishing them the best of luck.
Right. Look, Zukov, let's get something straight here. I'm the ranking senior officer on this mission.
This is a joint operation, and we are of equal rank.
Which means you should appreciate the need for a clear chain of command.
Of course.
Colonel, is there a problem?
No, sir.
At least speak in English so that you can all understand. Because otherwise you can end up in a situation where it's like you could be talking about backstabbing them and they wouldn't know.
Okay, I got it. It's standard retelling of the Babylonian creation myth. Marduk slays the winged serpent Tiamat. He cuts her in two. He uses half of her to create the sky and the other half to create the earth.
How does that help us, Dr. Jackson?
Well, you see, some of the text has been deliberately placed out of order. Only a priest of Marduk would be able to spot the discrepancies. Here. Here. Here.
Our little puzzle solver.
Doesn't seem very stable.
It's over 4,000 years old.
Which way?
I don't know.
We should split up. You take your team down here. We'll go down there.
All right, but Teal'c goes with you. For your own protection.
And perhaps you should take Lieutenant Marchenko. For the same reason.
Fine.
Okay.
Move out.
Identify yourself.
Hi, I'm dead guy. My name is Steve. I died here like 200 years ago.
One of yours? Duh.
If these men disappeared 10 months ago, how could one of their bodies completely decompose that fast?
Didn't decompose. This skeleton's covered in tiny teeth marks.
Something ate this guy?
Stripped the flesh right from his bones.
Боже мой. You can say that again. Боже мой.
I guess it doesn't matter if they speak in Russian actually, because Daniel will understand what they're saying.
Zukov, this is O'Neill.
What is it, Colonel?
We found one of Kerensky's men. He's dead. Exercise extreme caution.
Understood. We found a sarcophagus. We're investigating.
Negative. Hold your positions till we get there. Zukov, respond. Zukov!
Sound Russia, sir. Period.
Damn it. Fall back.
You are disobeying a direct order.
I trust Colonel O'Neill won't take it personally.
Oh, he will. I've seen some pretty dangerous sarcophaguses in my day. All on television, but they were all very bad. This is what happens when you don't listen.
Interesting trap. Doesn't really protect the sarcophagus, but it does lock you in with it.
I told you to hold your position.
The mission requires that we thoroughly explore the area.
I gave
Yeah,
you
yeah.
an order.
Wait.
Someone would have set off this trap eventually. It is just as well.
Maybe, maybe not.
One of your own men is dead. Where I come from, that tends to make a commander just a little upset.
Where I come from, casualties are to be expected.
Colonel, we still need to...
You could just like try to avoid.
Shouldn't we open this first, make sure there's no one home?
Teal,
No.
have you ever seen anything like this?
Indeed, I have not.
It's like someone tried to seal the sarcophagus from the outside.
Kerensky's team must have cut it open with a blowtorch.
Open it up.
There's no crystal, there's no, button to open it.
For crying out loud. Do it myself.
Pull.
So much for Marduk.
But the sarcophagus could keep one alive indefinitely.
Perhaps it malfunctioned.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what killed him. These bones exhibit the same markings as the skeleton we found. Whatever killed the Russian soldier killed the Goa'uld as well.
How did it get in there?
I don't know.
Better question is, where is it now?
So they probably, like, whoever was here before probably let these guys loose. And it took them out. I don't know.
So now what do we do?
We can use plastic explosive to blast a hole in the entrance.
Yeah, that might work. Might also bury us under a ton of ziggurat.
I mean, you
Colonel
tried to do
Frank,
the same
Major.
thing earlier.
Time has not yet come for such desperate measures.
What about this writing? Any mention of a back door?
No, this portion of the text deals mostly with the final fate of Marduk.
I think we know the final fate of Marduk.
Well, apparently he was such an evil tyrant that his own priests rebelled against him. They sealed him in the sarcophagus and placed some thing in there with him. There's no direct translation for the word, but I'm assuming it's a reference to the creature that ate him.
Are you saying he was eaten alive?
The sarcophagus would have done its best to continually keep him alive, so it probably would have taken a while.
Bоже mой.
Okay, that's officially the worst way to go.
It would seem his fate is very well deserved.
Marduk would have died eventually, but the creature must have stayed alive in the sarcophagus until Major Kerensky and his men came along.
They let it out.
I said,
We've only found one body.
We're gonna search this place top to bottom. We're looking for a way out and the rest of Kerensky's team. Everybody got that?
I'd like to stay and finish this translation. It might be useful.
Fine, the rest of us will pair off. Kilk, you're with Zukov. Carter with Tolanav. Major, you're with me.
Looks like some sort of cocoon. It's empty. What is it? I thought I heard something.
don't say I thought I heard something. You did hear something.
O'Neill,
Yeah, go ahead.
Colonel Zukov and I have found additional skeletal remains, along with equipment and personal items.
Any sign of a creature?
Negative.
Colonel O'Neill, this is Zhukov. I have what appears to be Britsky's personal log.
All right, take it back to Daniel. Have him take a look at it.
Colonel Zukov!
Coming!
There it is again. I don't see anything. It's around here somewhere.
Daniel, report.
It's not me.
Carter, what's your situation?
All right.
What happened?
The creature attacked us.
I think she's going into shock.
Get her back to the main chamber.
Sir, it's still alive.
Well, we'll kill it.
No, that's not what I mean. I sensed a presence.
What are you talking about?
A symbiote. The Goa'uld symbiote. It's still alive. It's inside that thing.
Oh. Been a while since we've had a sense the thing.
Can you mention what happened to the others?
2 people died when a passageway collapsed. And the last entry reads, I'm all alone now. There is no escape. Only one course of action remains.
A cyanide pill. They were given to all Russian Stargate personnel.
Colonel, we no longer have a choice. We must use the C4.
What, to let it out?
Not searching yet, Colonel.
Lieutenant Tolineva is running out of time.
I'm well aware of that, Colonel. But we're not going to risk any more lives until we've exhausted our options.
Take a look at this. It's a sketch of an artifact Dr. Britsky found inside the sarcophagus. He thought it might be the Eye of Tiamat.
You guys find anything like this with the journal?
There was nothing but old equipment and spoiled rations.
And where is it?
Colonel, surely the recovery of this artifact is no longer a priority.
It never was a priority. This was supposed to be a rescue mission.
It would appear there is no one left to rescue.
I wouldn't say that.
Colonel O'Neill, this is Carter. Sir, Teal'c and I found traces of blood. I think I may have wounded the creature.
Oh,
I should hope so.
Fix it?
Depends on how bad the injury is, sir.
All right, stay sharp.
Did you hear that?
What?
It's always really frustrating. One person hears something and the other person doesn't. How? How?
Wait here.
Yes, you go down the dark hallway alone, and I'll wait here in the dark room alone.
Dead end.
Yeah.
Colonel, we both know there's only one way out of here.
Any blast big enough to put a hole in that door is going to bring the whole thing down on top of us.
I'm willing to take the chance.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah,
not.
well, he's not. Yeah.
What about Lieutenant Tolineva?
So,
I thought casualties were to be expected.
It's obvious you're not capable of taking the necessary risks.
No, we take risks, but we don't hand out cyanide pills. And we don't leave our people behind.
This place is like a maze.
Perhaps we should return.
It's not moving. I'm not sensing anything.
Nor am I. There's no symbiote inside this creature.
Could have left the body when it realized it couldn't heal the wound.
The symbiote will not survive for very long under those circumstances.
Unless it found a new host. Sir, we found the creature. It's dead.
That's good news.
The only problem is the symbiote's no longer inside it.
That's a bit disconcerting.
Sir, as you know, Teal'c's body is incapable of sustaining a symbiote as long as he carries a larval Goa'uld. And he doesn't sense the presence of a Goa'uld in me, so... That leaves Daniel, Major Valarin, and... well, the two of you, sir.
Drop the weapon.
I don't think so.
I know it's not me.
And I know it's not me.
Colonel, please respond.
Get back to the main chamber. Check on Daniel and Valerian.
Roger that, sir.
I'm not kidding, Zukov. I'll shoot you.
This is beginning to make sense.
Is it?
If you were the Goa'uld, you might not want to leave until you found the Eye of Tiamat. Would explain your reluctance to use explosives.
And if you were the Goa'uld and you'd been stuck in this dump for 2,000 years, you might not think about anything except getting out of here. Which would explain why you're willing to take such an insane risk.
And it would seem we have a problem.
Daniel.
Hey, guys, I just finished translating this section. What? Hey, what's up?
I do not sense the presence of a Goa'uld.
Me neither.
Well, thank you.
So what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that I just finished translating a section of the text. It says that Marduk used to emerge from his temple and appear amongst his people riding a beam of white light.
A ring transporter?
Yeah, there's a good chance it might be right here in this room.
What is this?
I mean, remember, it could be him too. It is him, but...
Don't be an idiot, Zukov. Could just as well be him.
No, duh.
Where is the Eye of Tiamat?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You forget, Colonel, that the Eye retained all the knowledge of my host. He was well aware of your secret orders to obtain alien technology. You wish to bring the Eye back to your superiors.
I have no secret orders.
You lie.
Yep, it's here.
We gotta tell the Colonel.
No, not until we're sure he's not a Goa'uld.
An interesting weapon. It's obviously capable of inflicting severe pain as well as death. Shall we test it on your new friend?
Stop. I have the Eye.
Give it to me, and I will spare you.
Willing to protect Daniel?
I'm sorry, Colonel. I was acting under orders.
Don't give it to him.
No one else would die because of me.
Give me the Eye.
Take it!
Colonel O'Neill. Colonel O'Neill.
Yeah, I'm okay.
What happened?
The Goa'uld was in Valerian. Zukov just took him out with a grenade.
Sir, we found a ring transporter. Daniel says it'll take us to another temple a few miles from here.
All right, I'll be there in a minute.
All set. Let's go.
Go now! I will have my revenge.
You know, you guys always say that.
Очень хорошо. Подождите меня, Дживери.
Yes. Colonel.
Lieutenant Olenev corroborates your story.
So she was telling the truth?
She will be debriefed again, of course, once we're back in Moscow, where she can speak more freely.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to get her to say whatever you want.
Colonel, this isn't the time.
General, Zukov's secret orders put us all in jeopardy. I want that on the record.
Your opinion is already a matter of public record, Colonel. So is the fact that every member of your team survived, yet only one Russian soldier made it back alive.
Well, whose fault is that? You stupid ass soldiers
Understood
suck.
the concept of chain of command.
No,
None of this.
we are agreed. You were in command. We also know which lives you were willing to sacrifice.
We regret the loss of life and offer our condolences to the families of your officers.
And I'm sure you also regret this Eye of Tiamat was buried along with Colonel Zukov, never to be recovered.
Yes, we do.
Perhaps it is best to admit we both made mistakes.
We
better if you just admitted you screwed up.
I will pass that sentiment along, Colonel.
Yeah, please do.
I'm sure this will have no bearing on our future participation.
I wouldn't count on future participation if I were you.
I would.
Hope not. They were annoying. Alrighty. Well, that was Stargate SG-1 Season 5, Episode 8. Not a real big fan of, like, the Russians helping with their own agenda. Not a big fan. Yeah, it was an alright episode. Not much else to say about it other than that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.